Previous video we installed our ArcoLinux i3 on EndeavourOS, and that's good. It's fine and it works. And I ended with a video, probably something will exist on whatever distro you're on, Garuda, EndeavourOS, right? Your own vision. The ATT, the ArcoLinux Tweak tool, of course, provides the ArcoLinux i3, the ArcoLinux Lindo, the ArcoLinux Xmonad, and the other 30 desktops. Thing is, what's the workflow, right? There is something called PAMAC. So if you install PAMAC, that's something I did and use. So add and remove software is basically the title. I did not choose that. And then you have here categories, groups, repositories. So to have a quick look at just the EndeavourOS, not core, not extra, not multi, not this, just EndeavourOS. You just go over and you take the slider maybe and go all the way down. So you know it ends with ZFS utils, and then you scroll up and say, what can I install straight from EndeavourOS? XFC, Plasma, Mate, i3. Okay, so I can install EOS settings i3wm. Some dependencies, some files. Now, if you look at these files, you actually are going to overwrite quite a few things. So the X resource is going to be installed here. Firewall applet, I've removed the firewall, but it's going to be back. Dunst RC. Well, the file is going to be back, not the application. Dunst RC, and then all the GTK settings here. i3, this is what I need to have a working i3. I need to have the config and all the scripts. But also Nano is going to be here, and WGLook is going to be here, Rofi is here, XFCE, bits and pieces, and even in the local share things will come, right? But you have the feeling already that's not gonna work, that's not gonna fly. So you have to be inventive, well, to be creative, that's the word, and find out what should I do to get the EOS something. So these are all the EOSs. Now we know it starts with EOS, and we know don't have to look anymore. Where is i3 settings? Of course, we can type that first, EOS settings, and then we have just the settings. That's easier. So we try to install this one over the ArcoLinux one, right? That's a bad idea, as you see here, because it says you want to write something that already exists there. It's part of ArcoLinux root, it's part of ArcoLinux i3, and again of root. So basically you have to overwrite it, and the easiest way probably is going to be adding dd to the end and see if that works. No, dd is not going to work. It still says conflicting things. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. First remove and then install. So ArcoLinux root needs to go, and ArcoLinux i3 needs to go. Voila. And then we can say, let's get it in. So now i3 settings, the settings are in the etc scal. So if you don't do anything, it stays the ArcoLinux i3, right? So the stuff you need is in etc scal. So list etc scal. Well, that's not going to work. Well, a little bit. So LL is better, or maybe a tree, right? So things that I need are in here in the etc scal. I would like to have in my system. We have something called scal for that with one L. If you install ArcoLinux Tweak tool, it's there as well with double L. And this is so easy. It's just copy paste everything from etc scal over. Now, I don't know if I reload this. Yes, voila. We're still recording, I hope. We relaunched i3, and this is no longer our i3, right? As you see down here, 0%. This is a desktop, you guy. Right? And this is buffer control. And we can click on some of them maybe, right? we have here some information that's gonna be interesting. So the D, the super D is super interesting. Voila, so that's the menu now. But another things, open file browser, N, and the Q to close, but it's all super. And a super enter. Okay, so some things you need to know, super Q, super enter, and other commands you need to learn again, because this is their way of doing things, right? Performance, let's see what happens. Okay, now I'm in performance mode. Click here, cancel all that. So you need to learn. I think I can click here. Yes, I can. Config, i3, everything is still there, but it's not, right? If you really want to know, delete everything and scale again. Scale again is this thing. Voila, kill. Go back here. This is the i3 from EndeavourOS. That's it. That's what you need to read. Config. Open it up. Sometimes it helps. Plain text is always plain text. I often choose Perl. Why? It's just quickly. It's so quick. It's just 2 lines up. But have a look. If that's okay for you, you choose something else. But the thing is, the commentary, the things that do not matter are now gray, and the things that do matter are in color, and that's all I need to focus on the colored ones. To learn mod Q is killing something, mod return is XFC terminal, and if you say that's gonna be a la gritty, so be it, right? It's your choice. Save it, and then you just do super, what is this one? Super return, and you got yourself a la gritty. If we reboot, I guess, or if we maybe super shift R. Okay, let's see. I like gritty, right? Working. So that's the point. In the end, at ArcoLinux, we want you to be in control. Wherever you are, whatever you do, whatever config you have, right? Stay in control, analyze, workflow, tips, tricks, and then it's up to you. Make your system as beautiful as you like. If this is beautiful for you, great. Go change. I would change this thing here, down here, making sure the i3 blocks does not have somewhere a laptop or something. I don't know if laptop is the correct word, but we need to find something. For me anyway, for the desktop, doesn't really, the battery indicator is not good for me. But you need to go and read and experiment. Keep backups, put everything that's you worked on online on the GitHub. There are lots of people who put their dot files, as they say, online. So Ctrl-Alt-F is not working. Super D is. Firefox. Create something on GitHub, GitLab, or whatever, and then put the dot files on there. So the files that matter, that make up your Linux system, right? So many people put their files online just as a backup. They figured it out once, and 2 years later they want to have it again and say, oh, why didn't I save it? All right. Cheers and have fun.